We are getting closer and closer to Liverpool returning, with us set to face Brighton this weekend. Whilst usually this is a very quiet time for news surrounding the football club, it seems as though behind the scenes, Liverpool are assembling things as another deal is set to be imminent, of course, which we'll discuss in greater detail in today's video, whilst also providing you an update on Alonso, Konate, and going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, we're getting a day closer to us returning this weekend, and actually as international breaks have gone, this one has felt pretty quick due to the current assembling that seems the backroom for the post-Klopp era. In today's video, as stated, we are going to be going through a load of stuff, but let's start with this one. Yes, Manchester City have seen a fourth player pulled from international duty this month due to a minor injury, which is a common occurrence for a Pep Guardiola side. It is often the case that Man City players seem to suffer timely injuries heading into it or injury during the international break, with 5 pulling out in November. The majority of those took part in the training upon the resumption of domestic football, to little surprise from their rivals. This month saw 16 of Guardiola's players called up for various friendlies and qualifiers with their national teams, though Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish and Ederson were already left out. Kyle Walker then pulled out of the England squad after a hamstring issue picked up in their loss to Brazil, but it has since been reported that he should be fit in time for the title clash of Arsenal on Sunday. Now, Manuel Akanji has withdrawn from Switzerland early due to a knock. This suggestion is that Akanji's exit comes as a precaution, with the likelihood being that he could be involved in the clash between the first and third in the Premier League. De Bruyne's omission from the Belgium squad was met with scepticism from those outside of the club, and him and Grealish were both pictured in training on Monday. The expectation is that Ederson will also be fit for the weekend, having missed Brazil's friendlies against England and Spain. It follows a familiar trend for the Manchester club, though they appear not to be alone in this during the March break. Arsenal saw both Saka and Gabriel pull out of duty their countries as precaution, with neither considered a doubt for Sunday. Even Liverpool could be accused of stressing club over country at this stage of the season, as Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez both stayed behind despite featuring against Manchester United last time out. Following this, another update regarding Liverpool's pursuit of Xabi Alonso has emerged on Monday, and the Reds are also scouting a midfielder with plenty of potential. It seems to be common knowledge that Alonso is the front runner to be Liverpool's next manager after Jurgen Klopp, whether it be with journalists, fans or bookies. According to the Daily Mail's Lewis Steele, the Reds are prepared to go to war with Bayern Munich when it comes to snapping up their former player. The report also states that Alonso is not expected to be swayed by finances and will make his decision based on football matters, which bodes well for Liverpool. At this point, it would feel like a surprise if the 42-year-old wasn't in the dugout at Anfield come the start of the season. In other Brighton news, as we do gear up for the weekend's clash against Brighton, Konate is expected to start for France against Chile on Tuesday evening, as he missed the last 3 Liverpool games due to injury and actually sat out of France's first international game. This, of course, is a big boost for Liverpool as we do head into a very busy period of fixtures and for the run-in. Liverpool's transfer staff is expanding ahead of the summer change for the club, with new sporting director Richard Hughes bringing in another new face. In Hughes, the Reds have hopefully brought in the figurehead who can help lead them through a period of uncertainty and onto more success. The sporting director, who will officially arrive from Bournemouth in the summer, succeeds the departed Jorge Schmadtke to work with Fenway Sports Group CEO of football Michael Edwards. While their priority is appointing a new manager ahead of Jurgen Klopp's exit, plans will be in motion to further add to the squad this summer. To that end, Hughes is set to bring in 2 of his colleagues from Bournemouth, with chief scout Mark Birchall's switch already reported last week. Now, BBC Sports' Ian Dennis has now added that Liverpool are also expected to appoint Craig McKee, who operates as a scouting coordinator for the South Coast club. In a report for The Guardian in 2017, McKee was described as the heartbeat of the operation put in place by Hughes at Bournemouth. He previously held roles at Scottish Rugby and Edinburgh Rugby before moving into football with Hibernian and Southampton before joining Bournemouth. Quite how these new appointments will impact the current structure at Liverpool is unclear, given the club already have a chief scout in Barry Hunter and a scouting coordinator in Kyle Wallbanks. This expectation is that this will be a part of the wider expansion that includes the setup already in place, with David Fallows also in place as a head of recruitment. An extensive network of scouts and analysts work to identify the right targets to bolster the Liverpool squad in the transfer markets, as well as the academy, which requires leadership. It should be noted that Liverpool's owners, FSG, also plan to acquire another club in the near future, with that a major part of Edwards' new role. Benfica technical director Pedro Marques has been headhunted for involvement at FSG's next club, and there is a chance that a reshuffle takes place within Liverpool's backroom too. So as you can see, guys, things are starting to take shape with regards to the overall backroom staff for Liverpool going into next season. As stated, we have already seen CEO Michael Edwards coming through the door. We've also seen other members of staff like Mark Birchill, Richard Hughes, all being assembled. And the list at this moment in time currently is as follows: Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, Mark Birchill, Craig McKee, Pedro Marques. So there you go. As stated, a lot of new faces coming in through the football club, but of course our next priority and more of the exciting stuff, of course, will be who the next manager will be going forward. Now, lastly, I just want to say, of course, there is internationals currently going on tonight, and at the time of recording, those haven't taken place, so I'm still sat here, fingers crossed, that Liverpool players are going to be fine and should come through fairly clean. Here's hoping, of course, we don't have any more injuries going into this running, because it's an absolute pivotal time, and of course I want to see us bow Jurgen Klopp out in the best possible way with that Premier League title and of course the Europa League title as well. So as the week goes on, guys, I'll keep you up to date with how the players get on in international duty, and you'll be first to find out if anything happens to the squad, but we'll probably get an intense or in-depth injury analysis upon Jurgen Klopp's first press conference, which should take place Friday, which should be very, very good to see and hear. But that's all I've got for you today, Liverpool fans. Do let me know your thoughts on the news. Let me know your thoughts on Konate also returning. And do you think there's something a bit suspicious in this title run-in at this moment in time with regards to Arsenal, Manchester City, all calling back players and not allowing them to carry on for international duty? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. Guys, that does bring us to the end of today's short video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we do have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to cobblekeclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.